Yeah. Today we are going to see next control, that which you call as link button control. This is also to post the data to server. Posting the data to server. So open a new project. File, new website. Empty website, file. Okay. Successful. Add web form. Default.asp. Now go to toolbox. Place a control called link button. Link button. Right? And for this link button, if you go to design window also, you can see that. Yes, link button. Go to properties and we write on client click alert. Hello. That's it. Run the code. Click on this. Hello. So client close. Right click. View source. Come down. Here. Link button. JavaScript. Nothing but client side coding. Client side code. Shall we write server code also for this? So double click on the button. Yes. Link button click event is generated. And will display now. Response.write. Link button got clicked. Press run the code. This is client side code execution. Client side. Okay. Server side code execution. Now, interesting thing is what it returns. Is it link button or something else? What it returns? Okay. Right click, view source. How does it make client understand? Anchor tag. ID link button. This is also most important point. For a link button, server will make browser understand through what? Anchor tag. Okay. Now, next we are going to learn hyperlink. Open new website. Website 6. Now, first, after creating a project, what I do, let me add first a HTML page. HTML page. We'll continue with the default name. Add. And I'll keep here. Break line. So, again break line. Then I said, then last one. Thus, this is the address. Why and all, I'll show you. Right. Now, after this, now go to Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. Add existing item. And I would like to go with C drive, CS batch 6 PM, all files. I'll select this file, video file, added. Video file I added in the project. Then add one web form, default.asp. Add. Now what you have to do, you have to create. What you have to create is, here I say, ASP colon hyperlink ID H-link hyperlink run at server text equal to my address. Close. Okay. Now interesting thing is, whenever you click on to this here, my address, which is hyperlink now, what exactly you want? Whenever you click on it, it should open this page. Which one? HTML page it should open when you click on this. So for that, what you're supposed to do is, there is a property called navigate URL, browse. Which page? HTML page. Target underscore blank. Okay, this is one over. Second one, I say play. Sorry, hyperlink now. Go to toolbox. Hyperlink. Right click properties. Text. Play video. Then navigate URL wildlife.wmb. Target blank. Yes, this will play video. This is link with what text we have. Text. My address is text, but it will act as link. Okay, first I'll show you this. Later I'll show you how to make image as hyperlink. Image as hyperlink. Execute this. Now click on my address. Yes, one tab got opened. Address is displayed, and you might have noticed any difference you have seen. Could you see any difference on the screen when I clicked on this? Again, I clicked. Address has come. Any difference you have noticed here? As simple. As simple. Back button is still disabled. Back button is still disabled. It means hyperlink we don't use to submit data to server. It's only a process of opening required files into another window. That's the only thing it does. Link button, I said. Link button that is used to submit the form to server asset. Submit the data to server. Okay, and if I click onto the second link where I asked you to play video, let's click on this. Do you want to open? Yes, open. Using what? VLC player. Okay. Actually, it should open here only. It's opening in separate file. It's opening in separate window. It should not open here. Within, it should open here only in this window. But you said no, blank. So definitely it is going to open in another point, another window. Okay. Now what I need is I want to make an image, and that image will refer to another image. I'll show you first. Listen, first listen. So now first I'll keep hyperlink as usual. Toolbox. Yes, hyperlink. What exactly you need? What exactly you need now? You want to add image file. Okay. So add Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. Add existing item. You have many images. So I'll select image1.jpg, image2.jpg. Two image files I'm adding. Or image1 and image5 I'll add better. Add. Two image files you add. Already you place hyperlink. Right click and go to properties. Now, height, width, what exactly you want for this image. First we'll talk about what you call image you should get. Now you don't want text you said. Image you want. So image URL. Image 1. Okay. But this much lengthy I don't need. No, I'm not interested for this much lengthy. I would like to give height 70, width 50. But what is happening when I change width and height? Image it shows as it is. Okay, run the code. See the difference. Same. But did you change your width and height or not? We already changed. Going to properties. Here, select hyperlink, right click properties, right click properties. Now, what exactly you need? First image URL, that is as usual, image 1. But when I change width and height, it was not reflecting. For that reason, remember, you have separate property here. Image height 70, image width 60, width 70, height 50. Yes, width will still increase. Instead of 70, I'll make 100. Yes. So what do you want? So this is going to become hyperlink now. So whenever you click on this image, you should get one more image open. One more image open. That I will select now. Navigate URL. Last minute. Navigate URL. Some image I selected for image 5. Okay. Target. Same window or another window? Obviously a new file. Into new underscore blank. So the new window gets opened. I mean to say that. Okay. How you want this image 5 to display? Here I give height 150, width 250. Yes. Do you understand? But when I use this option, you can see that it is coming in the same location. Only hyperlink window is getting increased. That I'm not interested. No. Okay. Anyways, I won't change this. Don't go for this one. No width, no height. We already set some standard size. We'll follow that. And what you need in place of that text, I say show image. This is playing video, however it's possible. Now click on this. Yes. And in all the three scenarios, you focus. Back button is disabled. Hyperlink exactly does what? Just creates a link. That is how hyperlink is going to work. It just creates a link. It just creates a link. and whatever the link you created, it just goes to that particular file and displays the content. Okay, clear now? Okay, now we are going to learn something related to image button. One more. See the links, please. Links, all these tools you should be clear. We should have idea on that. Now we studied hyperlink. Earlier we studied link button. Link, previous example. Now I'm going to talk on image button. Here. Toolbox, image button. One more control. In this image button, select that button, image button, right click, go to properties, then image URL, browse, image one, okay, button I say, width and height you change, okay, height, height 70, width 50, yes, little I'll increase, compress also. Here you are in a position to do, no? You are in a position to increase all we are in a position to do. But you can't do that here. Here I can't. We don't have that option as you have here. I can resize this control. That too without making any changes in the coding. But that cannot be a case for what? Hyperlink. If hyperlink is created with page, now what to do? After creating an image button, we have set that width height. Now what you need, right click, go to properties again, go on top, image URL already have set. On client click, I say alert, hello, as text I'm displaying, semicolon, save. Now run the code. Click on this, alert. Hyperlink opens the connected image in another file, image button. Looks like all these controls makes similar appearance, but still technical things on each of these control is what different. It definitely cannot be same. Okay. Mm. Yeah, that's it. This is how you make a image button control. Double click once. Yeah, click event is this. So we can write event also. Yeah, let's write response dot write image button clicked. Control F5. First alert, client side code, server side code. Okay, now we are going to learn something very important for coding part of ASP.NET. What is it? Yesterday, I have shown you actually two way of submitting data to server. Two ways. One way of submission. One way of submission is uh, post back submission. One way. And second way of submission is cross page. Post back cross page makes a difference. And the difference is if I say post back, submitting data to itself, we said. And for cross page, we are going to submit data from one web page to another web page. And when you transfer your data from one web page to another web page, say for example, you have designed page 1, you place some data in it, that I want to get it access through page 2. So when you go to page 2, page 1 becomes previous page. Page 1 becomes what I said. For page 2, page 1 becomes in page 2 as what? Previous page. And in that previous page object, you have a method called find control. Previous page dot find control. So then you can specify whatever the control name you gave in the previous page, so that that particular control will be available in your second page. That was referred as what? Cross page submission. Especially this cross page submission, you managed by using one property. It's called post back URL. Post back URL. Now what I'm going to show you is how do you uh, what do you say? How do you navigate? Best word, navigate uh, between web pages of ASP.NET. Simple to say, simple. How you make a user redirect. Another point I'm saying, redirect. What from one web page to another web page? How do you navigate? That is what you said. From one web page to another web page is by using. Already I said no. So now what exactly you need now? Now we want to navigate from one web page to other web page with the help of coding. Now I don't want to set any property. I don't want to set any property. Then how do you transfer? Remember, there are two approaches specially to deal with this. This is one approach, the one which I'm going to write. One approach that is called server dot transfer. One way. Second, response dot redirect. Two techniques we have. Server dot transfer, response dot redirect. How does it work? But both of them are for same reason. Okay, we can submit or we can transfer the data from we can navigate from one web page to another web page. In that too with the help of coding I want to do. For that reason we use these two objects, server object and response object. In that we got the respective method. Server has got a method called transfer, response we got a method called redirect. Okay, what does it make a difference? Server dot transfer it will redirect without informing to. Without informing to browser. Who? Server.transfer. This is reverse. Same message. It will redirect by informing browser. Simple. First, let me come up. Under server.transfer, what will happen? First, request to page 1. In our scenario, it's called default.asp. Request to which page I'm saying? Page 1. Then what happens? Execution will happen. Execution will happen. Which page execution? Page 1. And in page 1 only, you're going to write this. Page 1 only. You're going to write server.transfer. You're going to write coding. In program, you're going to write server.transfer. Because of that, what will happen now is at the server, it will change. At server only, it will change to page 2. Then it will have execution. It will redirect by informing to what? Browser. So what will happen? I said there in the first part, request to page 1, execution. At server, it will change to page 2. Again, execution will happen, page 2. But remember, browser is not aware that background page 1 has been changed to what? Page 2. So what do you notice is, return to page 1. URL will be page 1 only. That I meant to say. Understand it. However, practical will see. Same I'm going to justify with practical. That is different story. But understand now. Which is your second page? Which is your next page executed? Page 2 is executed. Then page 2, when it executes it, you'll get output. So output of page 2, it will return output I'm saying of page 2. It will return on the screen or on your what? Page 1. Means if you look into the browser, especially at a URL where you're going to have your what you call link, you can see there it shows page 1 only, not page 2. Okay. That is the process for what? Server.transfer. Confusion will be there till you see the demonstration, but still you can fix up these things as even theory also. Execution started with which page in server.transfer? Page 1. Then changed at what? Server itself. To what? Page 2. Page 2 is executed. And output is returned. Page 2's output, it will return to page 1. Now, how does response.redirect will work? Same process. Request page 1. Execution. Then where it will return? To page 1. And from page 1, your new request will go. Request to page 2. Then execution and output. And return to where? Page 2. Page 2, your wish. I give the page as default 2.asp. That is the difference between server.transfer and response.redirect. Why? Which is what do you call? Performance-wise, which is best in these two techniques? Server.transfer to be preferred or response.redirect to be preferred? Which one is more? I mean to say, suitable for ASP.NET program. So now what I just want to conclude is, remember, server.transfer will provide better performance than response.redirect. Why? Because it is going to reduce communication with what? One-time process. Because once only you're going to communicate to what? Server. In response.redirect, what I said, page 1 request you make, it will go to page 1 is page 1 is executed, and after that what will happen? It will return to page 1. That is something different. It returns to page 1, and after returning to page 1, now there is something called a request to page 2. Although now after returning to browser first time, now you made a request to so after executing your page 1, control returns back to browser. There itself you understand. There itself. Now page 1 or server, you can say, instead of page 1, server is aware. And another approach we have, server.transfer, server.transfer. First I was talking about performance, right? Performance. Now I'm talking about, when you use server.transfer, you can access web pages only of what did I say? Server.transfer will support what I said. It will allow you to access web pages that are available within a website. Within a website. Response.redirect, however, will support to access web pages within website and across websites. It means even if you have a web page in another project, so from one you can access the other. Across websites, I said. Understand that point clear. And third difference that we see, server.transfer will not have support of query string. Query string, you remember, no? That URL will have name value pair. Get method, post method, when I explained, I demonstrated. That I'm saying. Server.transfer, no support of query string. Response.redirect supports query string. How many? Three differences I covered. Still anything we find when we study examples, at that time I'll cover. When we do examples, at that time I'll explain it. And if you miss any differences. But as of now, I said only three. Performance-wise, server.transfer is better than response.redirect because server.transfer make communication to server only for once and executes all the pages by changing at server itself. Second, I said server.transfer will access pages within a website and response.redirect will allow to access messages across websites. Third is about query string. Server.transfer does not support query string. Response.redirect supports query string. That's it. That's it. Next class, we will see.